I'm good and I'm feeling alright. Baby, I'ma have the best freaking night of my life.
What's up, guys? The phenomenal AJ Styles, and you're watching Bretto Live.
Welcome, everybody, to the Week in Review. Oh, wait a minute. This is the WWE Monday Night Raw 30-year anniversary show review. I got such a pay-per-view-esque vibe from this show right here, Raw 30, that I wanted to film a separate video on it. Normally, I'd always include Raw in the Week in Review action figure setup every single Saturday morning, but this show just felt like something special, and I really wanted to film its own separate video here on this Wednesday morning. I hope you guys enjoy. Week in Review is still popping this Saturday, just on SmackDown, but stay tuned. We're going to be talking about Raw 30 in this video, everything that happened, what I thought about it, if it was good, if it was bad. Let's jump into it. We opened up the show with the Immortal Hulk Hogan. He came out with the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, and basically just an opener to the show. I thought this was pretty good. It got the crowd hyped up. Of course, having Hulk Hogan, one of the most legendary WWE wrestlers of all time, out there at the beginning of the show, that's going to hype up a Philly crowd. But the one thing that I was very disappointed about, and I think a lot of people were also disappointed about, was his microphone cut out. The first guy on this show cutting a promo, Hulk Hogan, and his mic starts to cut out. I started hearing, I'm like, oh my God, you're kidding me. No way his microphone's actually cutting out. So they had a production guy run out, hand him his microphone. But all that aside, it was a pretty good way to open the show. I am a fan of Hogan and the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. So to see them come out and open the show, I thought it was pretty good. We jumped into our opening segment. It was the Tribal Court of Sami Zayn, the honorary Uso. Will he be extinguished from the bloodline, or will he be saved? Paul Heyman pleaded his case, talking about how Sami Zayn is guilty. He showed a bunch of video footage on the Titantron showing Sami Zayn screwing over the bloodline in certain points and basically just disregarding the tribal chief, disrespecting the tribal chief. Paul Heyman showed all those videos. And then Roman Reigns was like, Solo, get him. He told Solo to get Sami Zayn, but before Solo could deliver the Samoan spike to Sami Zayn, Jey Uso got out of his seat, blocked the Samoan spike that was about to hit Sami Zayn, and was like, stop, man. With all due respect, Tribal Chief, I put together my own video footage yesterday. Take a look. And then it showed all the moments that Sami Zayn helped out the bloodline, win matches, and advance their careers in the bloodline. The irony and the backstory behind this Jey and Sami story is so good. Jey, the one that was hating Sami Zayn in the beginning, and now the one that's saving him from getting exterminated out of the bloodline. He plays the footage, and then Roman Reigns is like, Sami, I find you not guilty anymore. But I don't want to see you till the Royal Rumble. I don't want to hear from you. It's tonight, and then I don't want to hear from you until the Royal Rumble. So you gotta think that Sami Zayn is gonna be helping Roman Reigns at the Royal Rumble to defeat Kevin Owens to really prove himself and solidify himself in the bloodline. Or does Sami Zayn say, screw Roman Reigns and enter the Royal Rumble and win the Royal Rumble? I can see it, dude. It might be a curveball. Cody Rhodes could be a big curveball, and it could be Sami Zayn. We'll just have to wait and see, but this promo to open the show was absolutely kick-ass. I loved it so much. Jimmy even stood up, and he's like, nah, you ain't kicking out the bloodline after Jey said, throw your ones in the air if you want Sami to stay in the bloodline. I was like, dude, this is so cool. And Paul Heyman was trying to screw over Sami Zayn. I was like, what the hell is going on? We jumped into our opening match. It was the Usos going up against the Judgment Day, Dominic and Damian Priest. This was a pretty good match. I really freaking enjoyed it up until Jimmy Uso jumped over the top rope to do an Uso crazy suicide dive type move, and he landed awkwardly on the leg, and I'm like, oh my God, did Jimmy Uso just get injured? You are kidding me right now. Don't tell me Jimmy just got injured. Jimmy gets injured, and then the only other way was to forfeit the tag titles, Adam Pearce said, but then Sami Zayn's like, no, we're not forfeiting those titles. Let me in the match. You guys let Dominic in the Judgment Day match last week. Let me in the match and let me finish it off. And then he did. Sami Zayn gets the pin and the win for the Usos, and they were chanting Sami Uso. They retained the titles, and I just loved this. The first hour of the show was commercial free, and it had everything to do with the bloodline and Sami Zayn, and I was going crazy. I was watching this with my dad and my brother, and we were just going insane. This was a great opener. No commercials, first hour, it was a banger. LA Knight came out talking about how all these old legends aren't going to stand up to him and how he's going to take out Bray Wyatt at the upcoming pay-per-view Royal Rumble this Saturday. Expect the review video the day after, obviously. But then he gets interrupted by a legend, that being the American Badass, the Undertaker. The Undertaker made his presence felt on his motorcycle, driving out, looking like an absolute beast. I knew he was going to do this. I knew they weren't just going to do that good old Undertaker gong, gong, you know, and then his old entrance. No, he drove out on the motorcycle. I thought it was awesome. Drove down to the ring, confronted LA Knight, and then Bray Wyatt came out after LA Knight was trying to run away. Undertaker set up LA Knight for Bray Wyatt to hit the Sister Abigail on him to continue the storyline between Bray and LA Knight. I thought that was really cool how Undertaker didn't hit a big move on Knight. He saved it for Bray Wyatt because that's the current storyline. I felt like this made a lot of sense, and I really enjoyed this promo, bro. This was a banger, man. And then he whispered something to Bray Wyatt's ear, probably just passing the torch like, yeah, you are the new face of fear. It's not me anymore. It's all up to you, dude. Bray Wyatt, go freaking scare some people and make yourself an absolute beast. Probably the dumbest thing on the show. It was supposed to be Bayley versus Becky Lynch inside of a steel cage, but it never freaking happened. They hauled this steel cage all the way from the WWE warehouse to Philadelphia at this arena, and they didn't even use it. I was like, what? So they basically just locked Damage Control and Becky Lynch in the cage, so no officials, no referees can get in there. Then they beat the holy crap out of Becky Lynch in the cage, and then they didn't even start the match. They climbed the cage to get away from Adam Pearce. I thought this was so stupid. I would have so preferred a match instead of just this beatdown. I thought this was so dumb. Are we eventually going to get this steel cage match in the future? I don't even care. This was so disappointing and so lame. DX reunited again. DX came out to their "Are you ready?" Boom, boom, but they came out with Kurt Angle. DX came out with Kurt Angle. I was like, what the heck's going on? I would have preferred Kurt Angle to have his own entrance. Not gonna lie, you suck. You suck. But anyways, Kurt Angle came out there with DX, and then they got interrupted by Imperium. Imperium basically saying, yo, you guys have been making a mockery out of this sport that we cherish and love over the past decades, and we are disgusted by it. So Imperium looked like they were about to take out DX, and Triple H was like, I'm retired. I'm too old, Shawn Michaels says. And then Triple H said to Jesse James, he's like, stay back there, Butterbean. That literally made me laugh out loud. That was hilarious. But then it got interrupted by Seth Rollins' Street Profits. The match was made official by Teddy Long, and then we had a 6-man tag team match between Seth Rollins, Street Profits, and Imperium, and obviously Seth Rollins and the Street Profits were able to pick up the victory. You got to give it to the faces, and Kurt Angle was the special guest referee, and I pleasantly enjoyed it. It was a solid match, good action from the two. Seth Rollins hit the curb stomp on Giovanni Vinci to pick up the victory, and it was all history from there. Would have been pretty cool to see Billy Gunn on this, though. Wouldn't have been like if they just contacted AEW, hey, can we have Billy Gunn be on one show with us? I think that would have been so cool, because when Road Dogg was doing his little shtick, the badass Billy Gunn, because the crowd kept going with it, but yeah, he couldn't say it because obviously Billy Gunn is currently signed with AEW, and he is doing his shtick with the acclaimed Top of the Chain, so I bet you know the name. John Cena was announced for the cover of WWE 2K23, and I might have to pick up this game because they said they're going to be like a John Cena like franchise mode of a bunch of matches that he's had in his history, and yeah, I'm probably going to have to pick up 2K23. I haven't bought a 2K game since freaking 2K20. That game was a complete flop, so I'm looking forward to 2K23, and I'll probably pick it up. Alexa Bliss cut a little promo backstage in a mirror, basically talking about how she's going to destroy Bianca Belair at the Royal Rumble, and that's not going to happen. I wish it would. I want Alexa Bliss to beat Bianca Belair, and in my opinion, I feel like everybody's scared to say it, but Bianca Belair is really freaking boring, not going to lie. But yeah, Alexa Bliss, I hope she takes out Bianca Belair at Royal Rumble. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair, introduced his daughter Charlotte Flair out to the ring, and I thought this was pretty cool. Definitely much needed, you know, having the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, introduce his own daughter out to the ring. I thought that was really dope. She came out and then got interrupted by Bianca Belair, champion type deal, and then Sonya Deville had come out, and then there was a match made official between Bianca Belair and Sonya Deville one-on-one, and nobody wanted to see this match. I would have cut this match and gave this match freaking time, because Bayley versus Becky, that's a match I want to see. I could care less for Bianca and Sonya. Obviously, Bianca is going to win that with a KOD, and she did. I was like, that was lame. And And other than that, Charlotte just cut a promo. Yeah, women this, I'm the world champion this, basic stuff. And of course, how could I almost forget about the main event of the show? It was Austin Theory going up against Bobby Lashley for the WWE United States Championship. I enjoyed this match. It was a back and forth action between the two. They had me thinking Bobby was going to take this dub. They started introducing some tables into the match, but then, Brock Lesnar comes out and he runs down to the ring, F5s Bobby Lashley, and then F5s Austin Theory on top of Bobby Lashley, of course, landing on Lashley, and Austin Theory's out cold, but he still delivers the pin to a knocked out Bobby Lashley who just got F5'd, and Austin Theory retains the United States Championship. Brock Lesnar yet again screws over Bobby Lashley from winning that United States title, so you gotta think that they're gonna make a match in the future between Lashley and Lesnar, and I'm looking forward to it. I know we've sort of seen it before, and this rivalry is dragging just a little bit. Brock Lesnar, of course, the return was cool, but yeah, I would have preferred maybe him fighting somebody different other than Bobby Lashley. But yeah, they're going to settle in the ring pretty soon, hopefully, and it was a solid way to end the show, no doubt. But the first hour, nothing touched this tribal court. Oh my God, it was so good. But yes, guys, that was the Raw 30-year anniversary episode. Yes, normally I'd say let's jump into SmackDown, but once again, stay tuned to this Saturday. We're going to be uploading the weekend review just on SmackDown this week. This has been the Raw 30-year anniversary review video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. In the end, I'm going to give this show a solid 3. Yes, 3 out of 5. I loved this show. Don't get me wrong. It's getting a high 3. But there was so much lame stuff on here. But there was a lot of good stuff too. The first hour was banging, bro. Literally. You guys can let me know your ratings down in the comments down below, as well as smashing a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time. Stay tuned for the Royal Rumble predictions dropping soon, as well as the weekend review dropping this Saturday on SmackDown. Peace, guys. Brett freaking out, baby.
Baby, I'ma have the best freaking night of my life.